Welcome back to Fisher Stadium, where Lafayette is up 21-0 at the half. Meghan Caffrey joined alongside Bill Wagner, teammate of Chris LaPietra, who earlier today there was a dedication of a special locker for him in the field house. Now, Chris, could you just take us back a little bit of what was the idea behind this special dedication for your teammate?
Yeah, sure, Megan, and thanks so much for having me represent Chris. And so Chris was our captain of the '88 championship team. So we were the newly formed at the time called the Colonial League, not called the Patriot League at the time. And we were the first Lafayette championship team from that league, and Chris was our captain. So Chris was our just one of the incredible people who I got to know at Lafayette. And when he passed earlier this year, we just thought of this was a great opportunity. He loved Lafayette. He loved Lafayette football, the relationships that he made here. And we thought this was a great way to honor him, not just by dedicating the locker, but also by raising a scholarship fund in his honor.
Now, how would you describe Chris as a teammate and a captain on the field, more importantly?
Yeah, so I think in a world where so many players really want to be hyped and want to be acknowledged, Chris was the most unassuming person you'd ever want to know. You would never know he was captain except for the people who were in the locker room. We all knew he was the captain. He was someone who was just so gracious with his time, and personally, he was someone I will always remember for being a great listener. You never think about that from a leadership perspective, but what separated him as a leader was his ability to listen to people, and that just made him. He was just always on the field, driving by example, not by using his mouth and not by jumping up and down. And that's really what made him so special to us.
Bill, when you planned this special event, this special dedication, did you expect over 150 people to come out to honor your teammate today?
Yeah, I mean, it's just an incredible turnout from people who played with Chris, and his family is here, and his brother Joe, and some players, Bill Gavalavich and some other players really rallied around this and then decided to make this something special. We were really dealing with a lot of grief with Chris's sudden passing, but we turned it into something positive. And I think to see 150 players coming back from all years, different years that played with Chris, is just a tribute not only to him, but really, I think of the commitment they have to Lafayette football and how special this place is to us in our hearts. And obviously what a special person Chris was to us. Bill,
could you share any special memories you might have with your teammate?
Yeah, I remember one of my personal memories with Chris is I broke my ankle my senior year, something really difficult for me to do, and I couldn't play in the Lafayette-Lehigh game, which is a big deal for anybody.
Yeah.
And Chris absolutely just talked me off the ledge, got me into a great place, and convinced the coaches it was okay to just let me, even though I could barely walk, they let me suit up and let me stumble on the field for one play, so at least I wouldn't miss my senior year, and that was all because of him.
A true captain right there.
Absolutely.
Him doing that.
Absolutely. Sure. Always thinking about other people, never about himself, and just such an unassuming leader. I think the world needs more people like him, and I think Lafayette produces people like that.
Going back a little bit to the Captain Award being announced, Malik Ham getting the first one. How does Malik, if you see some of the characteristics in Chris?
Well, I think Malik is a super talented athlete. He's a scholar athlete, I think, in the truest sense of the word, which I think really encapsulates what Lafayette is about. And again, I think he is someone who proves it on the field, which is where Chris proved his leadership mettle, not just again, kind of high-fiving and doing things, but actually leading by example. And I think Malik is I couldn't think of a better player to be the first honorary captain with Chris's name.
Well, Bill, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate having you here at halftime, and we will be back with more after the break.